All right, it's nice out, so let's just do a quick little walkabout around the pond here and talk about a few things that I'm really liking and a few things I'm not liking so much that might have to change before we call this project done, which is still a darn long ways off. And you can see how much extra liner I got laying around. Haven't built the waterfall yet. Got a lot of work to do over here. Anyways, the pond is totally full now. Actual water level, because I haven't put the actual spill stones in over here, which will be a really thin flagstone that falls over here into the negative edge cistern. Actual water level will probably be about an inch and a half to maybe 2 inches higher than it is right now. So if you can imagine where the water level will be, 2 inches, 1.5 to 2 inches above where it is now, that's where we'll end up. All right, so here's what I'm loving about how this looks right now with the pond totally full. Number one, this stump, like you can't see it in the video and the water because the water is so cloudy and you can just see the reflection, but it is stinking cool with the root ball diving over the rocks underneath the water. You'll see it eventually. It'll be awesome. What else am I really liking? This log over here, I brought this in a couple of days ago, and it was it was much taller and it was much longer, and I messed around with it and bought a 12-inch blade for my reciprocating saw and just kind of did some surgery on it and kind of nestled it into the edge of the pond there. I think it fits a lot better now. It fits much more in the scale of the pond, and it leaves me with this. I've got a really big rock right here. I don't know how well you can see it in the video. A big, long, skinny rock going across there that's just barely underwater, and then you can see the liner between it and the log. What I'm planning to do there is I'll dig that back a little bit and fill it in with gravel and make like a big plant pocket. So whatever I plant in there will kind of grow in over the log, and it'll just look like it's been there for a million years. At least that's what I'm hoping will happen. So that's what I'm really loving. Oh, I'm also loving, and I'll show you this from the other side, is this big flat rock I've got sitting over here. This is gonna be perfect for just like sitting on and dangling your feet into the pond on a hot day. It's about 4 feet wide, so you could probably put 2, maybe even 3 people on it and just kind of sit there and dangle your feet in the water. What else? Oh, again, I won't talk about it much because it's too hard to imagine in the video, but I've got a plan for this waterfall. It just looks like a mess right now with all the liner everywhere, but I kind of had an epiphany with what to do with the waterfall, and it's going to be, I think, really, really cool when I finish it. A few rocks will have to move, and I'll need to bring in a few more flat boulders, but it's going to be cool. Next, what I'm not loving so much is, number one, you can see where the water level is now. This rock that I put here as a destination rock ended up, when the water level is right where, where it will, when the pond is, another 1.5 to 2 inches up, it's just barely lapping the bottom of that rock. I don't know if that's going to look so great. It looks a little bit out of place. I don't know yet. We'll see. I might move it and put something else there, a little bit lower profile that doesn't stand out quite so much. We'll see. Oh, I also forgot. I'm still loving this rock. If you ever take a trip around the pond, this will be another kind of destination boulder where you can just sit and the rock just kind of barely dives into the water. You can just sit there dangling your feet in. What else? Oh, this rock right here, you can't tell because it's underwater. This is like the most beautiful rock I've ever seen, and I was saving it. It's been sitting in the front yard for like months because I didn't know what to do with it, and I didn't want to put it in the wrong spot because it is so pretty, and I finally just said screw it and put it right there. I don't like how far underwater it is because it is just so darn pretty. I think it belongs somewhere where you'll see it a little bit better, so I might put something else there. I might either try to lift it up a little bit so it sits higher out of the water. Isn't it funny talking about how attractive a rock is? This is not my life. This is not what my life would have been 8 months ago. Never thought about how good a rock looked. Anyways, or I might move it into where this is, because that'd be like a nice real prominent area for it, or maybe just behind. These are 2 really big rocks that just barely stick up out of the water, so I think if I took that and moved it right there, that might make a really nice view. Anyways, so far that is what I'm loving. I'm gonna take a little quick walk around the pond just so you can see it from all the different angles. I don't think really anyone's going to spend much time over on this side of the pond, but if they do, this is what they'll see. Let me see if I can get the camera down on this log here so I can show you what I'm talking about. Water's a little just too cloudy right now to really see, but see, there you can see the root mass kind of sticking out over the rocks. Once the water is really clear with the filtration running and the pond's been all cleaned up, I think it's going to look really, really cool from over on the patio area, which is over here. And there's that sitting rock again. And here's the log and a whole bunch of sawdust laying around for me cutting on it earlier. And then the bog filters, you can just see the top of the snorkel unit up there is down behind all this liner bunched up over here, and it's going to cascade all down through here.